guys, welcome to another Words with Winos video. My name is Matt.
My name is Marilyn.
And today we're going to talk to you about our favorite foods here in Prague in the Czech Republic. And while we're doing that, we're going to share a nice glass of wine with you guys.
And it's a Czech wine. Da da da!
If you're new here, make sure to click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell to get notified for all of our travel videos. So, Czech food, I think, is very underrated. When you think of good food, you think of Italian food, Spanish food, Asian food, like Thai food. But who thinks of Czech food, really? Have you even heard of Czech food before we came to the Czech Republic?
No.
No, not at all. Not to be like ignorant people, but really, you don't hear much about Czech food. But it is so good and so underrated. And I really think you need to come here to the Czech Republic, specifically Prague, to really get that good Czech food.
Absolutely. I mean, we've never experienced Czech food really outside of here, but I can't imagine it being any good really outside of the Czech Republic. So, yeah, so then we'll start our countdown of our favorites.
Yeah, so we're gonna tell you guys our favorite foods here in the Czech Republic. So, when we go out to eat, we try to always order Czech food. And before we get our regular meal, the first thing we get is some appetizers. And what do we normally get for appetizers when we go to Czech restaurants?
We usually get two kind of things, basically. We get sausage, all the sausage. We've had pickled sausage, we've had regular sausage, and it's just incredible. Just the sausage here is out of this world. And it's funny because a lot of them actually look like hot dogs. But they're incredible. They're filled with flavor and they're so good and fresh. I mean, the Czech people really take their sausage seriously, which I'm all about because I love sausage.
Yes, Tim, do you like sausages?
Yes, I do. I love them.
And we also get cheese. They have so much good cheese here. It's absurd, even in the supermarkets. But one of our favorite kind of cheeses to get here is Camembert, or Camembert, depending, I don't know. And you can get it like marinated, or you can get it grilled, or you can get it like in a honey kind of sauce with like different kinds of seeds or something like that. And it is so good. And just the combination of sausage and the Camembert cheese is just the best. There's nothing that really tops it here.
Yeah, it's really good. Almost every single time we go out to eat in restaurants, we order the cheese and the sausage. And you can cut the sausage and dip it in the cheese, and dip it in the sauce and the cheese goo oil, and eat it, and it is delicious. It's definitely a great way to start your meal in the Czech Republic. So one of our favorite meals here in the Czech Republic is goulash, and you probably heard the word goulash before, but maybe you don't really know what it is. I feel like I've definitely heard that before coming to the Czech Republic, but I don't know if I've ever eaten it. So goulash actually stems from Hungary, not the Czech Republic. It was originally, it's a dish from Hungary, and they actually eat it with pork in Hungary, but in the Czech Republic, it's made with beef, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like this, it's beef, and it's just cooked for hours and hours, and it comes with this sauce, goulash sauce.
It's kind of like a stew, if you will. And a lot of the times when you order goulash, of course, it's incredible. I mean, it's beef, hello, in a thick sauce. It's so good. It also comes with their like bread dumplings or potato dumplings. And I know I'm saying dumplings and you may be thinking of like Chinese dumplings or something, but it's not the same. It's basically just like this circular dough almost. And it's thick, but it's so good. You dip it in the sauce and it's so good. Yeah,
so goulash is really good. I've ordered it like 4 or 5 times since living in the Czech Republic.
That's it?
I think that, yeah, 4 or 5 times. And I've never been disappointed. I've definitely had, like, some places I've had pretty good goulash, some places I've had delicious goulash, but I've never had bad goulash yet. So I'm sure it exists, but overall it's so good, and we definitely recommend you getting goulash if you come to the Czech Republic, or honestly just Central and Eastern Europe in general.
Absolutely.
Love and goulash.
Speaking of meat in sauces, there's another favorite meal of ours. It's called svíčková. And basically it almost kind of seems like goulash, but then again it's also different. Instead, the sauce is more often than not orange and it's thinner, and it also has, I think, either pork or beef, depending. And then it also comes with the dumplings. but also it comes with a little bit of whipped cream and like cranberry sauce or cranberries. So bizarre, I know, but it is amazing. Ironically enough, it was the first meal we ever had here. We had no idea what we were doing. We just went in and we were like, can you just give us something that's good? It was our first night ever in Prague and we got it and it was incredible. I think it's my favorite meal here.
Yeah, it's so good. Like you said, it was our first meal in the Czech Republic, and it was such a great introduction to Czech food. We should have mentioned that first, since it was our first meal, but that's all right. And yeah, the waitress just brought it over, and it said dumplings on the menu, and you think dumplings like these breaded things in
like stuff with meat and like, you know, wontons or something, but it's not that at all.
No, it's bread.
Basically bread. Yeah.
And it was just so good. So, but yeah, it is so good. And we totally recommend you getting that. That is definitely one of our favorite dishes here in the Czech Republic. So, yeah.
Absolutely. To another main course meal, we also really like pork knuckle. And unfortunately, pork knuckle has kind of become this commercialized thing in the Czech Republic and Prague especially. It's like the food to try in Prague and blah, 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 and a lot of tourists get it. And you get it in like the center or something and it's just not gonna be that good. We actually got it a couple times where in the tourist area where it tasted more like ham or something, and ham's good. It was still good, but it really just
what is pork knuckle? Like when I heard pork knuckle, I thought of a pig's like knuckle. Yeah, like your knuckles on your hands,
yeah,
but
it's
not.
the knee. It's the knee of the pig, and there's just tons and tons of meat on it, and it's glorious. And they just really, when you get it right here, which we'll mention where we get it here in Prague. But when you get it and it's made right, it's just so good. It falls off the bone. The sauce on it is just so good and just matches it so perfectly. It just melts in your mouth when you eat it and it is incredible.
Yeah, I think the skin is so good. It's like really chewy. It is, it's chewy, and I normally don't like chewy things, but the flavor is just outstanding. It is so good. Like, you're getting to the meat and just digging through the skin first is so good. It's chewy and soft and
it's
flavorful.
Also crunchy.
Yeah.
And there's even like really fatty parts. And you know how sometimes you'll get like a cut of meat or something and it's just like, oh, look at all this fat. I have to spit it out. It's so chewy, I can't eat it. But the fat is there and there's so much of it and you eat it and it melts in your mouth. It's not chewy. You're just like, oh God, yes, all the fat. It's so good. Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Oh, it's the meat of kings. It's made from pig. Try it with onion rings.
So, and we're gonna finish off with another one of our favorite foods, but it's actually more of a dessert, yeah. And what is it?
And well, we can't really pronounce it, so this is how you pronounce it. But we say tredelnik because there's just no way we can say that. Anyway, so basically tredelnik is like a chimney cake, and that actually originates in Hungary. Again, somehow Hungarian food made its way over here. Good job, Hungary. We applaud you for that. And basically it's just kind of wrapped in like cinnamon or nutmeg and stuff, and you can see through it. It's a dough and it's cooked over like this incredible flame, and it's just so crunchy and doughy and delicious. And you can get it just like that, like a chimney cake like that, and you peel it off and eat little parts of it. So good. But you can also get Nutella on the inside, you can get almonds on the outside or inside, you can get ice cream in it, you can get whipped cream, you can get pretty much anything you want to imagine, and it is incredible with all of the toppings or none.
Yeah, and I'm not really a dessert person, but it's so good. And it's really touristy. Like, the guy who makes videos about Prague here, he says that it's really touristy, but what's his name? Honest Guy. He makes videos about Prague, so he's really against it, but it's good. I mean, it's touristy, but it's delicious. I mean, who cares if it's touristy if it's good?
Exactly, and it can be a little expensive, but honestly, it's not like maximum. Actually, Honest Guy, he said maximum like €7. But like that's not even that expensive if you really think about it. For here, it can be, but it's really not when you think about it. They're usually huge and they're ridiculous. It's hard to eat that one thing by yourself too. So it's really good most of the time. It's really good. It's literally our favorite dessert here.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so those are some of our favorite foods. Pretty much all of our favorite Czech foods. If we forget anything, we'll write it in the description or a blog post.
And if you have discovered any other foods that you really like in the Czech Republic or Prague, please comment below and let us know.
Yeah, comment what foods are your favorite, and we'll definitely try them before we leave. But really, like, our main message is, if you come to the Czech Republic, you come to Prague, eat Czech food. Eat it. Like, if you're here for a week or 2 weeks, only eat Czech food. Don't eat anything else. They have so many things, and it's so fresh and so good. And it's meaty, it's healthy, it fills you up. You're not gonna leave hungry most of the time. So really, eat Czech food. It is so good, so underrated. We want the world to know.
You need to know.
Czech food is on the top of good foods. Like,
it's so good. It's so good.
Eat it.
There are so many times where we just go out, and sometimes people that we're hanging out with, they're like, oh, let's get a burger or something, and blah, blah. We're like, listen, we're American and we love burgers, but you know, I kind of really want some Czech food. Like, I really want some goulash or pork knuckle or sausage and cheese. Like, I really, really want it. And every time, it's just so good. Most of the time. There have been a couple of disappointments, but then again, that's like in the touristy area. You can almost expect that from any city. But yeah, oh my god, there's so much wine.
That's alright, we're done with our video, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. Eat Czech food. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the notification bell so you can watch all our awesome videos in the Czech Republic, all over the world. See ya!
Yeah!